What are the landscape photography tips that nobody is really telling you about? I've got 3 of them for you right here. It seems like everybody is sharing the same photography tips over and over and over again. But when I stopped listening to those tips and started focusing on these 3 things instead, my photography actually improved. Tip number 1 is not buying any new gear or not traveling altogether. Now, why is this? It's because if you buy new gear, you're relying on that new gear to make you a better photographer. And by doing that, you're not focusing on the foundations of photography that are actually going to teach you to be a better photographer. Now, when I did this, I got rid of all my other equipment besides an entry-level kit camera, and my photography drastically improved just using that camera and not buying any new gear. Now, what about the traveling part? Well, you should stop traveling because you should only focus on getting better with the locations that you're actually in already. Find local locations to practice these foundations of photography so that when you do get to travel, you'll be ready for those destinations to capture the photos that will actually excite you. Tip number 2 is to shoot at all hours of the day. So many times photographers are going to tell you to go out in the morning, go out in the evening, shoot at sunrise and sunset, and that's it. What you're doing by doing this is you're limiting yourself from all the other lighting conditions to practice in those difficult situations. And when you're able to shoot in all different hours of the day, you're able to maximize your photography and take way more creative photos too. Tip number 3 is simplify the photo. Now, what does that mean? Well, so many times other photographers are going to tell you, hey, cram as much into this photo to make it as epic as possible. In reality, you should follow this simple principle. When it comes to your subject of the photo, increase your attraction and decrease your distraction away from that subject, and then you'll be able to show your viewers exactly why you were taking that photo in the first place. It's impossible for me to share more of these photo tips with you in this short amount of video time, which why don't they allow us to share longer videos on here anyways? To learn more photo tips like these, I'm holding a free webinar this coming Wednesday that's going to show you more tips on how you can take the best photos of your life. All you have to do is comment webinar in the comments below, and I'll DM you the link to the webinar so that you can save your seat because seats are limited.